My next guest is coming off the biggest win of his career, taking out Calvin Kattar, UFC Fight Night back on February 15th. It's always great catching up with Youssef Zalal. Youssef, how you doing, man?
I'm good, my man. Thank you for having me, brother.
Of course, yeah, and thanks for doing this. For people who don't know, the time of recording this, you're going to be cornering Cody Brundage Saturday night for Cody's fight against Julian Marquez. I actually wanted to quickly mention that. Is it weird a bit that Cody's fighting Julian? Because I know Julian trained with you guys a little bit.
Bro, it's super weird for me. I know they both have it as business, but I'm like, for me, I'm like, bro, like the guy lived with me when he was in
Oh, I didn't know that.
Colorado,
Okay.
yeah, so it's kind of like weird for me, but I know they know it's this business, you know what I mean? And obviously, Cody's my teammate, you know what I mean? So I've been training with him, and he's been cornering me my last few fights. So I got the opportunity to go corner him. So I'm just here for the experience, to show, that all the hard work that he's been doing and stuff like that, and hopefully they can still be good after this fight too.
So you're hoping for a double knockout then? Then it's a draw,
Yeah,
or no, a draw. A draw would be good.
Bro.
Yeah.
Fight of the night or something. Both of you guys get paid and then move on, man.
There you go. There you go. Well said. A few weeks removed from the win. Again, I mentioned it, their biggest of your career. Not many people have defeated Calvin Kattar. Looking back, just your overall thoughts on the performance. I know you would have liked the finish, but even Max Holloway couldn't finish him, right?
And that's true, man. Like I said, it was definitely an experience for sure, and I think that's the biggest key I learned is for me to be at that level, at that ranking top 15 and stuff like that, to experience it for the first time. I think it helps me a lot with the growth, and I'm excited for the next fight. You know what I mean? The performance was definitely, like I said, it's okay. It's because I wanted to finish him. It's good, but I obviously I want to be great and elite, not just good.
Yeah. No, I agree. Was there anything about Calvin kind of looking back that surprised you at all, or was he pretty much what you expected?
It's pretty much what I expected. The other thing is the wrestling defense a little bit. I obviously got him thinking about it, but that's definitely the one thing that surprised me. But definitely, I mean, the name speak itself, man.
Yeah. Did you know you were such a big betting favorite going in the card? I think you were one of the biggest on the card. Were you aware of that?
No. So I came in and they were like, it's minus 400 something. And then on fight day, it was like minus 500. And I said, whoa, like what's going on here, man? I was like, they don't have no confidence in him as well. But I was like, yeah, that was definitely shocking, man.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's interesting. And I saw you did Ariel's show. You did John Anik's. Like you're going on kind of the media world tour, and of course you saved the best for last doing my show. But do you kind of look back? Like I'm trying to think. It probably was about a year ago when you were just trying to get on the Ultimate Fighter, and now here you are just beating Calvin Kattar. Like, have you been able to enjoy the sort of the career journey you've had over the last year?
Man, I definitely have great people around me. I'm trying to enjoy it, you know what I mean? I feel like I want to stop and like really focus. So Ramadan kind of coming in at the right time. I'm about to do Ramadan on Saturday, which actually in Cody's fight. So it's kind of like really slow things down and really just focus on enjoy the fruits of your labor, as they say. You know what I mean? It's 4 fights in 11 months, and you were cut. You're not even in the UFC 11 months ago, and then now you're in the rankings and stuff like that. So I definitely count my blessings. That's why I always say Alhamdulillah, man, because that's really big, and that's really important for not just for me, my family, and the country. My country bringing hope to these young guys and all this stuff. So definitely a lot of things to be proud of and a lot of things to appreciate. So yeah, man, I'm definitely gonna take this month to really enjoy that.
And I remember last year, because you had the short notice fight, you had to eat before you fought, like for Ramadan, right? Did anyone ever give you any flack by that? Is there any like sort of pretentious Muslims who are like, come on, man, you didn't really do it properly, or you don't even listen to that stuff?
No, like I had some this and that, but like the most people understand, you know what I mean? I was like, it's the biggest opportunity and all that stuff, and I did what I needed to do, and obviously I got those days back, and I fasted after those 7 days after as well. So we did what we did, and the fans are gonna be fans, man.
No one's ever happy,
you're not
right?
gonna have a career.
I always say this: you could post a photo of a cat online, people be upset, being like, "What do you got against dogs?" You know. That's how people are on the internet.
Bro, it's crazy, bro. It's like, especially now in the rankings, now things got like really interesting. I was like, okay, like this is crazy.
Something really interesting and I got to bring this up because I know you mentioned that you thought that Calvin was greasing in the fight. Did you know that George St. Pierre was accused of the same thing? Did you know about this when he fought? And they're obviously from the same gym.
Till after, then I remembered, I was like, oh, smack, yeah, like I saw that, And the crazy part, one of the fans sent me a video for us, like apparently he went live on YouTube.
Yeah.
And his GSP thing was a witch doctor that he called him. That's the one who did.
Oh, right. Yeah, I remember the guy. Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, bro, like don't be mad at me well, I'm the one who fought and I'm the one who felt what I felt. Because Calvin never said anything.
Yeah.
So for you to argue about it and do this and do that, I was like, shows me like a little suspicious over there. But it is what it is. It's the name of the game. It's like, and I know him and his little brother, you know, his brother's like talking smack, saying about he'll fight me and this and that. Like, his brother is the most boring guy in that division. And for me, I was like, you don't want to fight me, brother. I will destroy you.
Okay. Well, yeah. Okay. So, and that's Aiemann, obviously, who said that. Zahabi, right?
Yeah, Aiemann,
yeah.
bro. Come on, bro. He's a low level, bro. Don't like. Come on, man. Vince Morales beat you up, bro. Don't talk to me. Don't come my direction at all, brother. And then your dad, I mean your brother, I mean he said, oh, we can make my brother fight me. Like, bro, he's 45 years old. He's about to break a hip before he fight me.
Okay, fair enough. Well, the reason I bring it up too is because like you're not someone that you're probably one of the most polite fighters I've ever met. So for you to say something like that, like when I heard it, I was like, okay, this must be something that's like there's some substance behind it. And I'm not accusing anyone of anything. I'm just saying it would be out of character for you to say something like that, right? So
100%, bro.
Yeah.
Listen, bro. I said this before. I'm very humble when it comes to like I never trash talk anybody.
Yeah.
I never even Cater. I still to this day I will never trash talk Cater. It's the fight game. It's the business name. It is what it is. You know what I mean? But to just for us to go in as a coach and a well-known coach to disrespect me like that, especially after the fight, I found out that he was saying in a video in the third round, like, how much running are you going to do? How much is this? And he's going on YouTube live saying, if we're fighting in Thailand, Youssef would be disqualified, this, and that. I'm like,
Wow.
are you kidding me, bro? You trying to shit on my shine? Like,
Yeah.
you trying to take my shine on, like, you can't teach your guy how to move. You can't teach your guy how to stop the cage and all that stuff. So, like, I was like, don't disrespect the game and don't disrespect me. That's all I care about. If you disrespect me, you're gonna get the version that I don't like getting out there, but it's the version that people want to see apparently.
Wow. Okay. That's but I'm just taking away. I've done I don't know how many interviews with you. I don't even think I've seen you remotely upset about anything. So this is no, but I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I'm just saying it's like
it's gonna be the energy when I see him too. Him and his brother any day. I'll take him any day. And I told him I saw him at the Apex at Cody's, and I was like, I'll beat any of your guys. You're easy. Any of your guys. You're watched out coach, bro. You're literally watched out coach. You have nothing but old vets. That's it. That's all you have. There's not a single upcoming talent you got.
Let's talk about Ramadan. It's happening right now. Obviously,
I got a little salt for you right there.
Yeah, no, for sure. Also, Aiemann fights at 135, right? So, and he's fighting Aldo. Did you see that? He got that fight.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm like, bro, like, just stop. Like, you're only fighting in Montreal because you're from Canada. So don't talk to me. You better focus on Aldo before I come in there and smack your head upside down, bro.
Okay. Yeah, I mentioned Ramadan. So it starts tomorrow, right? It's February 28th, I think.
So I think Saturday, either Friday night or Saturday. So that's what they're figuring out right now.
Yeah. So will you be training during that time? I know Bilal Muhammad does it, or like how does that work with you as far as you partaking?
A little bit. I think I'm gonna take a little bit of break. I haven't taken a break in a long time, so I think I'm take a little break a little bit, and then I'll be in Morocco for
nice
the period of Ramadan.
Oh,
so
cool.
I'm gonna go like mid-March, and then I won't come back to like April 7th.
Okay, cool.
And then really focus on training again and stuff like that, and really get back because I gotta go corner my teammate Unama. He's fighting Giga.
Yeah, I saw that. Miami.
April 26th card. Yep. No,
that's sorry, Kansas City. Kansas City. My bad. Yeah.
Yep, the Kansas City, and then obviously, hopefully, I can get back in June, July. Hopefully.
End of June International Fight Week. That's I think the last time I even saw you in person.
I would love that. Yeah, that would be awesome, man. So we'll see. I'm gonna talk to the matchmaker, see what he got in plan and everything, and just go from there.
Okay. You talk directly to the matchmakers then?
No, obviously I talk to my manager, but I see him like then and then. Like for example, like I might see him at the Cody's.
Oh, I'm sure you will.
So I might go talk to him a little bit and stuff like that. But it's usually just through the manager.
Yeah, that makes sense. I imagine you're only looking ahead. So beyond Kattar, like as far as like an opponent, is there anyone? I'm even trying to think if there's anyone available. You know, it could be a fight because there's a little bit of a tie in there. I know Arnold Allen's trained a bit with Tristar. Yeah,
and that's the guy I'm calling out.
Okay,
that's the guy I'm calling out of like they keep running their mouths and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, I'm about to be 2-0 against you guys, and then figure out how to go from there. But that's the guy I got. But obviously, I don't care what the UFC give me, man. I'm just grateful for the opportunity and blessed to be in the rankings and stuff like that. So for me, I'm just excited, but definitely looking ahead. You know what I mean? I mean, obviously I called out Ortega and Yair. Yair's has got to fight. I think Ortega, they said he's moving up. So it all depends on who they want, and I'm just excited, and I'll be excited for who they give me.
Yeah, he seems like the one name that's available. Like you mentioned, everyone's kind of taken up right now, so we'll keep tabs on that. I wanted to ask you quickly, obviously, about the title fight we got in your division. Now they announced it: Volkanovski, Diego Lopes. Who's winning that one? Because that's an interesting fight.
Man, I know a lot of people are sleeping on they saying like, oh, Diego's not gonna win or something like that, or the opposite way. I don't know, but Diego's a very dangerous guy, man. Like you have to deal with his, especially the first 2 rounds or 3 rounds. You know what I mean? So I could definitely see Diego winning this fight. But obviously, you can't sleep on Volk, man. I feel like a lot of people be sleeping on Volk until he shows you otherwise. But yeah, that's definitely an exciting fight. But if I had my money, I'm definitely going with Diego.
We talked about him before. Obviously, you're always going to be attached to him because you fought him. But Ilia Topuria now vacating the title, moving up to 55. I know we've talked about this before, but that's got to be a bit of a bummer because I know that's a rematch you want. But maybe that's a fight that could happen down the line at 155. Or do you think he comes back? What are your thoughts on him vacating?
I don't think he come back.
No.
At least what I heard, like all the weight that he cuts and all that stuff. But like you said, man, everything happens for a reason, man. So you never know like what's gonna happen. Like you said, there's a story behind everything and stuff like that. And in the future, I could definitely see that matchup. So you never know what goes in the future. I'm just excited to see what he got in the 55 division because man, whenever he fights, I'll be watching. I promise you that.
How do you think he'll do at 55? Because he's got the knockout power, right? So I mean, that's kind of like what happened with Pereira when he came in. He was just knocking everyone out.
He's gonna do real good, man. I'm excited to see what he brings, but it's also not even just a lot of people are sleeping and he's wrestling. I feel like people are just like, oh, he's not that good wrestler. Just take him down. I'm like, he's like one of the best wrestlers. He's just been beating guys with this one thing that he's been doing for the longest.
Yeah, that's totally true. So my big question is, because I think they're working on this, Ilia, Islam, they're saying maybe international fight week, which would be, I mean, that would be amazing, but who wins that? Because that's tough, right? Because he's got the knockout power. You got 5 rounds to knock a guy out, but it's Islam. No one's beaten Islam at 155, it seems.
I'm gonna go with Ilya. I think I'll stick with Ilya on this one.
Okay. Well, it does make you look better too if you say that. But no, in all seriousness, there's a path to victory though, right? Because like he's knocking everyone out. Like who thought, honestly, like if you could like go back in time and be like, hey, there's this guy that's going to knock out both Volk and Max Holloway. Like that's, I mean, you don't have much better. Like having back-to-back wins like that's an amazing feat.
Oh, bro. Like you beat Islam, you're in the greatest conversation. Like you're one of the GOATs conversation. So to go do that and I'm telling you, man, I feel like they're sleeping on his wrestling, and I think his attribute is that obviously his gas tank. They can say this and this and that, but also Islam's gas tank is a little bit this and that. But man, Islam, bro, that's for me, that's the greatest of all time.
What did you think of the eye poke last week in Seattle? This is gonna be my last question. Did you see the whole thing with Song Yadong and Henry Cejudo? What did you think about that?
I think the ref maybe should have taken a point because I don't know if Henry Cejudo was saying what actually happened because I can't judge. I can't be like, oh man, you should have fought this and this and that. Man, it's eye pokes. Like those are very dangerous and very hard. So I can't do that. But maybe that could have changed a lot of things if he took a point away because that would have been, I'm assuming, a draw or he was up 3 rounds. I have no clue, but that could be an option as well. So I think it could have taken a point and to kind of go from there.
Should it have been a no contest though instead of a win for Song, or what did you think? Because I think I don't know. Watching it, I was cage side. It looked competitive. Like I think Song was on his way to probably winning, but it looked competitive before that. So I have a hard time kind of saying, well, Song clearly won that because of the way it ended, and he's the one who did the poke, right? So
I kind of agree with you. I think it maybe could have been a no contest just because of how bad he was. Like, bro, his whole hand was up there. So I don't. It's weird. Like you can't really because you can imagine happening to you. You know what I mean? And you'd be like, what would I have done in that position? What would I have done? Oh man, like this and that. It's past 3 rounds, so they look at the judges and that, and so it's definitely there's a lot of controversy in there. But I definitely think they should have took a point and then kind of like after Henry Cejudo's 5 minutes, just stop the match. Don't go.
Yeah. Well said. Youssef, thanks for doing this. Best of luck with Ramadan and not eating and all that. And hopefully next time we talk, it'll be a fight for International Fight Week. We'll see what happens. But in the meantime, if you got anyone you want to thank, sponsor, social media, as always, I'll give you the last word.
Nah, thank you, man. Thank you for all my fans, and thank you for having me. And I can't wait for the next challenge and the experience. And we keep growing. That's all we keep doing. So thank you, man. Thank you for having me, and I can't wait.